Reading and Philippine History. Good day, everyone. I am the one reporters to this Module 13, Promoting and Preserving Archive. By the way, I'm Melcher is Sharbok Jr. and let me introduce to you my co-reporters. First, Talavera Darrell Limbason, Tantuan Katrina Marino, Tabera Nil Puso, and for the last, Valenzuela Norlin Obor. Learning objectives. Strategies on how to promote and preserve the Philippine archives. This topic, we can learn how or what are the strategies on how to promote and preserve our Philippine history. Introduction on promoting and preserving archives. Archives are places where records of all types and formats are kept and made accessible for research and other purposes. They are a good place to find primary sources, both unpublished materials and those that have been published for their parents, institutions, members, or constituencies. Personals and institutional records of all types can be found in archives as well as mass media, ephemera, oral histories, and even artifacts. Abstraction. Archives are distinct from libraries with regards to their functions and organizations, although archival collection can often be found within library buildings. The next slide, we can discuss the first preserving archives in the Philippines that we need to have an attention and study what is it about these archives. First is the National Archives of the Philippines, or NAP. This, or in Filipino, Pambansang Sinupuan ng Pilipinas, is an agency of the Republic of the Philippines mandated to collect, store, preserve, and make available archival records of the government and other primary sources pertaining to the history development of the country. It is the primary record management agency tasked to formulate and implement the records of management agency, tasked to formulate and implement the record schedule and vital record protection programs for the government. The archives as it is organized today was a result of the passage of Republic Act 9470 in 2007, but its roots can be traced back to at least the 19th century when the Spanish colonial government in the Philippines established its division of archives. So it means the National Archives is a place where people can go to gather first-hand fact, data, and evidence from letters, reports, notes, memos, photographs, and other primary sources. The purpose of the National Archives. The National Archives and Record Administration is an independent federal agency that preserves and shares with the public records that trace the story of our nation, governments, and the American people. The next is the
Family History Library. Most vital records should be available at the Family History Library and Family History Centers. The microfilm records include certificate, death certificate, marriage contract, and notarial records. The Family Library has spent the most important genealogical records from this collection, including
cemetery records, cemeteries, inheritance records and inventories, personal estates, bienes difuntos, marriage records, matrimonios, census record, princidarios, estadicas, padrinos, destinos, and last is military records, immigration and naturalization and record, notarization, disciplinary jurisdiction, sangerios, natural records, protocol.
So it means family history library as refers to identifying and learning about your ancestor, researching your family history with other family members can strengthen your understanding of who you are and help you feel closer to one another. The next is the
Philippine Statistic Authority or PSA. The Philippine Statistic Authority, formerly National Statistic Office or NSO, which is under the jurisdiction of the Office of the Civil Registrar General, has several records of birth, marriage, death, etc. There are branches all over the Philippines, but its main office locates at PSA Complex, East Avenue, Diliman, Quezon City.
So, the PSA shall be primarily be responsible for the implementations of the objectives and provisions of Republic Act 10625. It shall plan, develop, prescribe, disseminate, and enforce policies, rules, and regulations, and coordinate government-wide programs governing the productions of official statistic, general purpose statistic, and civil registration services. It shall primarily be responsible for national causes and survey sectoral statistic, consolidations of selected administrative recording system, and compilations of national accounts. The next is the National Library of the Philippines. National Library of the Philippines, pambansang aklatan ng Pilipinas, Records Management and Archive Office, tanggapan sa pamahala ng mga kasulatan at sinupan. The National Library of the Philippines has a valuable 45,000 volume Filipiniana collections of biographic, local story, bibliographic and years. It also has a collection of rare books and manuscript, newspapers and brochures, microfilms, atlas maps, gazetters, and manuscript of rare books collection. The National Library of the Philippines can be located at PM Calao Suite, Ermita, Manila. The following libraries show Filipiniana collection. The first is the Ayala Museum Library. The Ayala Museum Library has over 3,500 rare books and the manuscript Ayala Museum Library and Infographic Archives, Makati Avenue, Makati, Manila. The second is the George B. Vargas Filipiniana Collection Houses. The George B. Vargas Filipiniana Collection Houses Vargas personal collection of the rare book, documents, and manuscript George B. Vargas Filipiniana Foundation, 241 Shows Boulevard. The next is third is the F.R. Luis G. Marino Library. The F.R. Luis G. Marino Library has rare holding from 1,700 in the Philippine history, architecture, cultural art, and the restorations of the historic world in the city of Chamorros. The F.R. Luis G. Marino Library, 5 feet Felicia del Goberno Building, John Luna Street in Chamorros. That's all, guys. Thank you for watching.